So Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and I was asked, do you think you could do Thanksgiving for 4 people for under 50 bucks? I said, you bet I can, because we were able to put all these beautiful items together, including a pumpkin pie with real whipped cream for dessert. Let's get cooking on this special Thanksgiving Cooking with Style. So our bird's all ready to go in the oven, but what we're not doing is stuffing it. But you'll have to season the inside heavily with salt and pepper. And then to get this nice coating on top, I softened some butter, a little olive oil, pepper, and garlic. We rubbed that all on the outside, and then up under the breastplate, I took the butter and rubbed it up underneath there, and then getting it ready to go in the oven. Before the turkey goes in the oven, put a layer of carrots, onions, and celery. Tent the turkey, pop it in the oven, and make sure you check it every hour. Let's make the turkey broth. We'll put 2 bay leaves, turkey neck, giblets in 2 quarts of water, garlic, 2 tablespoons of salt, along with a mirepoix of onions, carrots, and celery. For your sweet potatoes or candied yams, we're going to start with a little bit of butter, salt, kosher salt, sprinkled with pepper, and then the brown sugar over the top. Foil it and pop it in the oven for about 45 minutes. Mashed potatoes are so simple. We're going with 3 pounds of peeled and sliced potatoes, cold water, bring to a boil, salted heavily with about a tablespoon of salt. Skimming the foam off the top of this broth is essential if you want a clear broth, so you have to do this a couple times. For the pumpkin pie, we're going to mix 2 eggs together with granulated sugar, ground cinnamon, a little salt, ginger, and cloves. We'll mix that very well. To that, I'm going to add heavy cream and whole milk. We'll whip that all together, and then finally goes in the pumpkin puree. We'll put that in the pie crust, which has been pre-baked. The pie goes in the oven. We've turned the heat up to 400 degrees. We'll cook it for about 45 minutes to an hour and then check. And it's also a perfect time now to drain off the potatoes and get them ready for mashing. While everything's cooking, let's get the mashed potatoes mashed. Now that the water's evaporated off, we'll add butter and mash them to the consistency we like. Slowly adding in milk and mashing them again till they become creamy. Don't over add the milk though, because you can never take it out. Add salt if needed, and then cover and warm later. For the cranberry sauce, we'll go with fresh cranberries, water, sugar, a pinch of salt, zest of orange, and the whole orange in. Bring it to a boil and then simmer for 15 minutes. Now that our cranberry sauce has been simmering for 15 minutes, remove the oranges, mash a little bit, remove from the heat and set it aside. For the stuffing, we're going to saute some onions and celery in 1 stick of butter until translucent. Let's put the stuffing together. In go the sauteed onions and celery. We'll add to that a little bit of broth, toss it, and by the way, we're using that beautiful turkey broth, into a casserole dish, cover with foil, and 45 minutes before we pull the turkey out, in goes the stuffing. Our time is compressing now, so let's get the stuffing in the oven. Also, now's the time to pull the foil so the turkey starts to brown up. The turkey's been in for about 2.5 to 3 hours. It looks perfectly done. Let's get it out of the pan and let it rest. Be sure to tent your turkey to keep the warmth in, and we'll deglaze the pan with some of that turkey broth to get all the goodness out of the vegetables. For the gravy, remove the vegetables, leave the remaining stock, and add 3 or 4 more ladles of the stock we've made. To that, we're going to add the mixture of flour and water, then the giblets, and at this point, just a little seasoning of Worcestershire sauce. To finish up the gravy, season lightly if needed. This didn't need a thing at all. We sauteed some shallots and thrown our green beans in the boiling water. Those are at the very end, just before we serve. The green beans are cooked. Let's drain them off, toss them with the shallots and butter, and serve everything up. So when I got the call, can you do Thanksgiving for 4 under 50 bucks? I said, let's give it a try. Take a look at the shopping list. 48 bucks and change with everything that you would normally have at any Thanksgiving meal. And of course, we had some beautiful pumpkin pie and whipped cream to finish it all off. Hopefully this helps you get through your Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.